You like horror movies and Halloween masks? Consider supporting us by liking our videos, comment, and subscribing. The littlest effort will help us out. Now enjoy the video, boils, ghouls, and the non-boonary. For almost a whole year, we've taken a look at many masks and merchandise based off of horror properties. While this has been fun, I want to expand the topics we cover here. Now look, I love horror movies, but my first love when it comes to geek and nerdom was Spider-Man. For over 60 years, the tales of Peter Parker constantly suffering have captured the hearts of people worldwide. With this fame, it only makes sense for Spidey to be a popular look for Halloween. In today's video, we'll be looking at several costumes and masks based off the Webhead and his rogues gallery. So, sit back, grab a slice, cause it's
pizza time.
As we'll be taking a look at Spider-Man Halloween costumes and masks. The first piece we'll be looking at actually predates the Marvel character. This strange black and yellow costume was made by Ben Cooper and has a striking resemblance to Peter's. What was this costume's name? Oh, Spider-Man. Okay, look, this topic has been talked about to death, but it's worth noting that Ben Cooper's offices were in New York, which was near Marvel's headquarters. Did Steve Ditko steal his costume like how Stan Lee stole credit? Who knows? Eventually, Ben Cooper would get the license to the Marvel properties. This strange yellow, red, and blue costume was what they thought Spider-Man looked like. Yeah. In the early 1980s, the company known as the Big Cover-Up would get the bright idea to make a latex Spider-Man mask. His signature mask has always been fabric, so this weird rubbery look does not fit at all. In the years after, disguised costumes would be the main costume license holders for Spider-Man and his Marvel gang. While he made several costumes, much like the one used by Kyle just in the AVGN video,
holy shit, it's Spider-Man!
The ones we'll be focusing on are the rental quality suits. These are deluxe full-body costumes with removable masks. The first one came out in 2003 and takes its design elements from Mark Bagley's art. This was actually my first real Spider-Man costume. You can actually see me wear the suit in several videos I made for school.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here. Between my Aunt May's fatal heart attacks and me wanting the death of my Uncle Ben, I don't have the time or money to support myself. But with Jack Terry as our president, he put jobs on the market and keep the economy going. And hey, your webhead won't be homeless.
Around this same time, the company known as Caesar would make another rubbery Spider-Man mask. This one is even more terrifying. The eyes, the nose, the mouth. He looks less like a superhero and more like Slipknot's newest member.
Child must set this record straight. All the needle nose button is making me irate. Stick 'em out.
Due to the popularity of the Raimi movie, it seems like the Halloween season was bombarded with Spider-Man. In 2002, Disguise would release a series of masks based off of the Hulk, Wolverine, Doctor Doom, and Spidey's two greatest foes, Venom and the Green Goblin. These masks were amazing, but they're kinda hard to find in good condition. The Goblin seems to always be rotting in particular. I own the Venom tag myself, and I was lucky to find it in great condition. While researching this video, I ended up finding this. This is a costume sold at Universal Studios exclusively in Japan. Its quality is so-so, but it was quite the interesting find. The next two costumes are probably the most elusive of the bunch, as these are the only images I can find of each. The classic black suit on the right seems to have taken its mask design from the fabric mask Disguise made at the time, while the Spider-Man 3 variant is just a Photoshop version of the 2003 suit. So strange. Speaking of Spider-Man 3, around its release, Disguise Costumes made this variant of their Venom Mask. It's made of vinyl and ended up being a bestseller found at Hot Topics around the country. Now, in order to save costs, Disguise figured it was a no-brainer to dip it in red paint and label it Carnage. Why stop there? Get some of that white paint and make it anti-venom. Hardcore fans know that each symbiote looks different and a different coat of paint won't fool us. The final deluxe costumes Disguise made with the Marvel license were based off of Andrew Garfield's suits in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. The first suit featured a face shell to keep the lenses intact, while the second one, yikes, he looks like Kakashi in the way you can see his lips. Also, nose holes, really? Disguise would lose the license to Marvel and Spider-Man to probably their biggest competitor, Ruby's. During Ruby's time with the property, they made several masks. First was this Green Goblin featuring these Alex Ross style lenses. Second was Venom. Okay, these obvious eye holes and that hot glue saliva definitely brings this mask down. Finally, we have Carnage. This mask was oversized as hell and has the smallest little fangs ever. Most of the masks and costumes have been pretty unremarkable recently, but the coolest thing Marvel ever signed off on was this CFX silicone Venom mask. Everything from the sculpt, paint, and the 90s era green saliva, this is the definitive Venom mask. Too bad it'll cost you your
I
his lungs back.
The last product we'll be looking at is the deluxe costume of Spidey from Jazzwares. For the price tag of 500 bones, this better be amazing, ultimate, spectacular, hell, even sensational. Oh, what the fuck? For less than 60 bucks, you can find costumes on eBay that rock harder than this. The suitcase and web shooters don't immediately skyrocket the price. And like that, we're finished. Do you own any of these? Have any fun Spider-Man related memories? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Matthew at Piscoli Productions. See you next time.
Is this more action than even Spider-Man could handle?